Have you ever been asked to prove you're not drunk at your DUI trial? The judge stared at me with obvious disgust. Mr. Thompson, you appear to be intoxicated right now in my courtroom. I looked at my lawyer in complete panic. My head was still foggy and I was swaying slightly at the podium. Your Honor, my client has severe narcolepsy. My lawyer said quickly. He just fell asleep standing up while waiting for his case to be called. The courtroom erupted in whispers. I had literally dozed off on my feet for 30 seconds. The bailiff had to shake my shoulder to wake me when they called my name. Narcolepsy, the prosecutor scoffed loudly. That's certainly a creative new excuse we haven't heard before. But this was exactly how my DUI happened in the first place. I was sitting at a red light downtown at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday. No alcohol, no drugs, just tired from my medication. I fell asleep with my foot on the brake. When the light turned green, I didn't move. The car behind me started honking aggressively. I jerked awake, completely confused about where I was. In my panic, I accidentally hit the gas too hard and swerved slightly before correcting back into my lane. That's when Officer Martinez pulled me over. Sir, have you been drinking today? He asked, shining his flashlight in my face. No, officer, I have narcolepsy. I fell asleep at the red light and got confused when I woke up. He made me do all the field sobriety tests anyway. Couldn't walk straight because I was still groggy and disoriented. Failed the eye tracking test because my eyes were heavy and unfocused. My speech was slightly slurred from just waking up. The breathalyzer showed 0.00. Blood test at the station also showed 0. But Officer Martinez was absolutely convinced I was on some kind of drugs. Nobody just randomly falls asleep at traffic lights, he kept insisting. Your Honor, my lawyer continued confidently. My client falls asleep everywhere. Grocery stores, movie theaters, restaurants, even at his own wedding ceremony. The judge raised both eyebrows skeptically. He fell asleep at his own wedding. Had to pause the ceremony twice, I admitted sheepishly. Once during the vows and once during the ring exchange. My wife still married me though. She's used to it by now. My lawyer pulled out her phone and showed the judge a recent video. This is from last week. He fell asleep while ordering coffee at Starbucks. In the video, I'm standing at the counter, eyes closed, swaying slightly while the barista tries to get my attention. The prosecutor looked increasingly frustrated. This proves absolutely nothing, Your Honor. He could easily be faking all of this for sympathy. Counselor, the judge said dryly, your defendant just fell asleep in my courtroom while on trial for DUI. That's either genuine narcolepsy or the most brazenly disrespectful act I've witnessed in 30 years on the bench. My lawyer smiled confidently. Your Honor, we have comprehensive sleep study results, detailed medical records dating back 12 years, prescription records, and expert testimony from his certified sleep specialist. Dr. Kim stood up from the gallery. Your Honor, severe narcolepsy can strike without any warning whatsoever. Mr. Thompson once fell asleep while getting a haircut. The barber had to wake him up when he was finished cutting. The judge looked directly at the prosecution team. Counselor, do you have any actual evidence that the defendant was genuinely impaired while operating his vehicle? He swerved erratically, the prosecutor said, sounding increasingly weak after waking up confused and disoriented at a traffic light. My lawyer countered firmly. That's not criminal impairment, Your Honor. That's a documented medical episode. The judge dismissed all charges immediately. Mr. Thompson, please be extremely careful when driving. You might seriously consider using public transportation for everyone's safety. As we walked out of the courthouse, Officer Martinez approached me hesitantly. Sir, I owe you a sincere apology. In 15 years of police work, I've never encountered anything quite like your condition. It's completely okay, I said genuinely. Most people haven't seen narcolepsy this severe. But now you know that not everyone who acts strangely is drunk or high on drugs. He nodded thoughtfully. I'll definitely remember this case for the rest of my career. 2 months later, he called me unexpectedly. Would you consider speaking at our police training academy? We need help teaching officers how to recognize sleep disorders versus actual intoxication. Now I visit police departments and training academies monthly, educating officers about narcolepsy and other invisible disabilities. Ironically, my wrongful DUI arrest led directly to my new career as a disability awareness trainer and advocate.